Yo, Elliot. So I've got what's become a really redundant type of question from you guys. I get at least 2-3 questions a day that would sound something like this. Elliot, awesome shit is about to happen, but I can't get motivated enough to train in order to make the awesome shit happen. Right? You've heard this. It's a very common theme in a lot of my videos. In fact, I get pretty sick of answering questions like this. But I've got a brand new idea from one of our friends who is on his way to becoming a Division I lacrosse player. He's got 8 months to train his body to get in shape for Division I lacrosse, which is an awesome thing, but he just can't get motivated. What the fuck is going on, and how can I motivate myself, Elliot? A few things. The very first I'd like you to understand is that motivation comes from your body. Motivation is a feeling. It is that rises up from your gut and your heart. You can't think motivation. You can use your head to play motivating ideas to get your heart and your balls involved, to get your body excited about what's going to happen, but you can't rationalize yourself into motivation. Motivation is from body intelligence. It happens in your body. Your body's lack of motivation is basically telling you that 90% of you, right? Because they say that 90% of your intelligence is the unconscious, right? I don't know how scientifically true this is, but it's been said over and over again that we don't use something like 90% of our intelligence because it's in our fucking bodies. And we haven't learned how to understand the language of our bodies, and we haven't learned how to use the power of our bodies with conscious attention. So the very first thing I want you to recognize is that your body is telling you what 90% of what's happening is happening, and that is you just don't give a shit about being on this lacrosse team. You just don't fucking care. You don't want it. If you're not motivated for something, it means you, 90% of you, don't want it. Your head might be saying, this is a good fucking idea because it's going to lead to everything that the world has told me is right and true. Right? My parents think this is awesome. My friends think this is awesome. TV, media, the world thinks this is awesome. But you, my friend, don't think it's that fucking awesome because you're not motivated. Because if you did think it was awesome, you'd be jumping through fiery hoops to make that shit happen. But you can't even get your ass off the couch to go and fucking train. So just be with that. That's me just being honest and helping you see the reality of the situation. You're not motivated because you don't want to do it. You don't want it. The beautiful thing about the head brain, that 10% that we tend to really put most of our emphasis on in our education, is that we can use it to direct the power of our 90%. Because really, that part of you, the most magnificent, magical part of you is a part of you that doesn't require conscious attention, right? And I talk about this quite often. Who's digesting your food for you? It's pretty fucking amazing that there's 90% of you. There's an entire part of your nervous system, your body, all of you, that's doing some crazy shit. Like, have you ever seen a pregnant woman? You think she's growing that baby in her fucking belly? She ain't doing nothing. She got fucked and she's eating food. The body takes care of the rest. So there's magnificent power in directing that energy, right? That energy that beats your heart, that grows your cells, right? That releases anabolic hormones after you work out so that you can grow stronger, right? You're only playing a small part, but that one small part that your conscious attention is playing has the ability to steer the intent and focus of your body, of your unconscious, of that 90%, of that brilliance that will make magnificent things happen in your life so that you can get excited about cool shit. So where am I going with this? Here's what you need to do. You're really not that excited about getting it done. What you've got to do is get your unconscious, get your body excited about it. The way you're going to do that, right? Because you can fool. The cool thing is that, like, with this, we can trick the rest of the body. We can also imprison the rest of the body, which is a lot of times what we've done. A lot of our experience comes from ignoring the body and imprisoning the body. But if you understand the skill that I'm about to share with you, you can direct the power of the body to get anything you fucking want in life. You gotta tell yourself a story that gets your heart rate up and gets your dick hard. You need to get your body, when your heart rate is up and your dick is hard, your head becomes very weak, right? What happens when your heart is beating and your dick is hard, and the reason why is because there's a hot chick rubbing on you? This guy, he's gone. There's a lot of power there. It can overpower everything else in the human man. To get your heart involved and your balls involved, create a story that's compelling enough to move your body. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, training for lacrosse might not be a story that your body is interested in. But your body might be interested in the roaring crowd when you've got the ball in your lacrosse stick and you slam it past the goalie and everybody goes, "Wah!" And the hottest girl in your school comes out of the stands and she takes her shirt off and her titties are bouncing, and she comes and she rubs it in your face and says, "I love you." And then all the other guys are giving you high fives while she's hanging on you naked. And then after you won the championship with that, you go out to an incredible party and you're wearing the coolest clothes because you got sponsored by a company that just saw how awesome you were, and they wanted to make sure that you always represented that which is an awesome man in every single way. Everybody's happy to see you. Do you see what I just did there? Right? It was a complete bullshit story. But you can get really excited playing that over and over and over in your head, right? You know that you're getting excited because your body tells you. You've got to feel it in your body. Motivation happens in your body. The power is in your body, folks. The intelligence is in your body. Get your body involved. Tell yourself a story that gets your heart rate up and your dick hard, and you'll be motivated to do anything. Done.
Yo, Elliot.